Cup, the target a place in the quarter-finals. Also tonight, the holders Nottingham Forest on a short, incredible journey to Coventry. Prime time tonight goes to the games at Highbury and Highfield Road. In addition, we've all the goals from all the games in the past 24 hours. Leeds United powered their way through to the quarter-finals. This is the Leeds of old. Power, finesse and a supreme confidence.
Picked up by Chapman. Strachan lets it go. Nice little run. Here comes McAllister. He might try one. McAllister, what a goal!
It was a good night for veterans like Gordon Strachan. At Southampton, Jimmy Case outmanoeuvred Crystal Palace and Matt Le Tissier helped to finish them off.
And Rideout is in possession. And it comes to Le Tissier, who must score and has.
The bad feeling at Bramall Lane between Sheffield United and Spurs simmered throughout without ever coming to the boil. It was all started by a war of words and never developed into anything more serious than that. Good job the game didn't continue as it started, though, with a crunching tackle by Vinnie Jones after just 3 seconds.
It's one of the not silly things when I first started, and I got hammered for it, and the FA have given me a rap on that. We took lead, and the referees were having no nonsense, so sport it all, really.
Yes, the message appears to be getting through. Hardline approach by referees, stricter disciplinary measures. Players now know where they stand. And none more so than the players of Arsenal and Manchester United. When they last met at Old Trafford, that much publicised brawl overshadowed what was technically a very good game of football, and which was won by a goal of great cunning by Anders Limpar, who's been a revelation for Arsenal this season. At Highbury tonight, Clive Tilsley.
Whatever else an Arsenal-Manchester United match may be these days, it's certainly a big box office. An all-ticket crowd well in excess of 40,000 packed inside Highbury to act as scrutineers. The kick-off delayed to cater for the latecomers. John Martin is in every sense the man in the middle. The Football League's oldest referee at 51 has the experience to ensure that common sense shines through all of the pre-match headline writing. Arsenal are at full strength. No place for £1 million Addy Linnigan or for Ireland's David O'Leary in their defence. The Swede Anders Limpar, a central figure at Old Trafford last month, is their leading scorer with 8. Perry Groves has been keeping David Rocastle out of the team since the third-round win at Manchester City. It was a goal from skipper Tony Adams that proved decisive at Main Road that night. Sad that he should find himself in bother with the FA this week for gestures to the crowd at Queen's Park Rangers last weekend. Alex Ferguson has responded to the weekend's home defeat at Chelsea's hands by dropping his skipper Neil Webb for the first time. Steve Bruce regains the captaincy. Brian McClare is likely to play a little deeper, with Danny Wallace and Lee Sharpe flanking Mark Hughes up front. An exciting lineup. Neil Webb's been the first to admit that his early season form has not been all he would wish, but he may still have a part to play tonight. Webb and Mal Donaghy are the United subs. Hold your breath. Here we go for what's been billed as some kind of a rematch, but what is very much a match in its own right. Arsenal, the only unbeaten team in the country this season, against Manchester United, the year's cup tie specialists. United in their change fancy dress strip. Alan Smith. Thrown to United. United playing with Danny Wallace up front alongside Mark Hughes here. Lee Sharpe supporting from the left of midfield. Mike Phelan has got forward in support of Wallace here. Tumbled by Davis. And a free kick in a promising position for United. It's worth noting that since the infamous match at Old Trafford last month, United have picked up just 1 booking. 5 in total in League and Cup this season. Their disciplinary record is excellent. A chance to cash in on Arsenal's early indiscipline with Clayton Blackmore. It's there! 80 seconds! Clayton Blackmore gives Manchester United a dream start. Oh, he enjoyed that. squeezed past the wall and past Seaman's hand. United in front. Bruce's header. Sharpe. Hughes there first. Sharpe going on strongly. He's got Wallace in support. It's 2-on-2 here for a moment. Adams couldn't hold him. And Seaman at the second attempt just managed to hold Sharpe's cross. But Lee Sharpe, the youngest man on the field at 19, already making inroads down the left flank. Groves making some inroads of his own. Beyond Steve Bruce, good save by Seeley. Just had to spread himself on hope. And he made too big a target for Perry Groves to miss. He's a bright and lively player, Groves, and he had just a bit too much pep and fizz there for Bruce, but Seeley kept it out. Good header by Pallister. Dixon. Offside. United just edged up to the edge of the 18-yard box there and caught two Arsenal men offside. But a critical early save by Les Seeley. As critical as the Clayton Blackmore goal, which separates the two sides. He really is a fidget, isn't he? Always seems to have a bone to pick with the men in front of him. The game hasn't developed any noticeable shape or pattern in the opening 13 minutes. That's not altogether to United's disadvantage. Too often this season opponents have allowed Arsenal to settle into a rhythm here at Highbury, and United clearly have not done that. And they've gone forward with gusto and with some effect, and Danny Wallace has won another corner. It's been a really highly charged United opening. Gary Pallister and Steve Bruce are forward from the back. Lee Sharpe will take the corner. Oh, there was a free header there for Steve Bruce. And he knows that he really should have got that on target. Very rare that you get that kind of opportunity against Arsenal. Sharpe's corner kick was arrowed into him, and Steve Bruce, who's already scored 6 times for United this season, has allowed all kinds of space. Davis doing the covering work and prompting an Arsenal reply. Dixon racing forward down the right-hand side. Half a dozen red-shirted players forward in support. Useful ball for Perry Groves. Merson! Corner kick is the verdict. And what a teasing cross that was by Lee Dixon. It was like a fly pass, wasn't it? It bypassed virtually everybody. And Merson was just squeezed out at the last. Limpar's corner. Smith's flick. Behind for a goal kick. Ince winning the ball from Limpar. Hughes finding Blackmore. Wallace on his way. He's got away from Steve Bolt. He had men in support. And having got behind the Arsenal defence, he felt he had the right to take on the responsibility himself. But he just screwed his shot. But Danny Wallace causing real problems there for Steve Bolt, if not for David Seaman. Smith looking for Merson. Pallister in the way. Hughes cleverly on towards McClare. Opportunity here. Lee Sharpe. Punched away by Seaman. McClare had to snatch at it. Hughes and Wallace were poised alongside of him. But Brian McClare had to trust his own instincts then. They have been so sharp this season. He played his part in the build-up with a most forceful run, which forced the opening for Sharpe. And when Seaman got a hand to his shot, Leclerc had a real opportunity. Danny Wallace, onside, keeping the ball in for Dennis Irwin. Lee Dixon forced into emergency measures with Lee Sharpe loitering behind him with intent. Corner kick to United. Now can they end the half as they started it? Gary Pallister and Steve Bruce are on an outing from the back. Turned away by Smith, and then by Thomas. Leighton Blackmore. Lee Sharpe feels for offside as Bruce retires belatedly. Here's Danny Wallace though, chance for Hughes, 2-0! A goal in the first minute of the half, and a goal in the last minute of the half. Mark Hughes with a deadly finish after good approach work by Danny Wallace, who just picked out Hughes, who picked out the corner of the net. Arsenal unhappy because Steve Bruce was retiring from an offside position, but he was definitely onside when Hughes struck. Mark Hughes is 6th of the season, his 5th against Arsenal, will send Manchester United into the interval on cloud 9. 2-0 they lead. Limpar though. Pallister clear. Collins. Arsenal throws the verdict. Davis. Thomas. Oh, a little bit hidden hope now from Arsenal. Ince again fighting Hughes. Far more polish and accuracy about United. Offside against Lee Sharpe. Rather ironic cheers. But no doubt in my mind about the validity of that second United goal. Blackmore won the ball. Danny Wallace. Stoppage time now in this first half. What a half it's been for United. Winterburn doing just enough. Sharpe pinching it back from Dixon. It's a beauty! It's raining goals at Highbury. Lee Sharpe with an absolute pearl. Nearly 2 minutes of stoppage time play, and a masterpiece from young Lee Sharpe. It had goal written all over it. Unstoppable. Well, he scored his only other goal this season against Liverpool in the last round, Lee Sharpe. What a half it's been. Last time they were here in a League Cup tie in 1983, they led 4-0 at one stage. 3-0 will do at half-time. Arsenal have already conceded more goals in 45 minutes here than they had in the opening 3 months of the season at Highbury. United's first half display echoes of that semi-final here in 83 when Steve Coppell scored twice in what was finally a 4-2 first leg win. But even he would have been proud of the goal scored by the United number 7 tonight, Lee Sharpe. Leclerc, Hughes. The first time, in fact, Arsenal have conceded 3 goals in any match since they went out of this competition at the same stage last season at Oldham. And the only unbeaten record in the country now in dire danger. Nigel Winterburn. Phelan's cut out so much in that area tonight. Danny Wallace taken beautifully in his stride. Mark Hughes in support. Ball back between them, but only at the cost of a corner kick. And United picking up where they left off. And the pairing of Wallace and Hughes up front has been an inspired one by Alex Ferguson. The big, rather cumbersome Arsenal defenders have found them far too mobile. Wallace's header, and that wasn't far away either. Little flick at Dennis Irwin's corner. Almost producing a fourth goal. Cheer up, George. Wayward pass this time from Merson. Throwing off McClare. Rather accidental collision there between Pallister and Groves, who definitely tripped over the big man's feet. I don't think there was really any intent. Pallister's header, not convincing. Thomas, great save by Seeley. Smith. 4 minutes of the second half gone. And Alan Smith revives Arsenal hopes. Full marks to Les Seeley for keeping out the initial effort from Michael Thomas after United had failed to clear their lines. Nothing he could do about Smith. And Danny Wallace did oceans of space and well onside, and Arsenal lost him completely, and Hughes is waiting in the middle, and David Seaman's outstretched hand just prevented it from reaching him. Arsenal hopelessly undermanned there for a moment, but Danny Wallace just unable to pick out Mark Hughes. This time against Paul Davis. Danny Wallace must have appeared from a hole in the ground there. Arsenal lost him altogether. Just a little too close to the keeper. Offside against Groves that time. Both teams have been in good health since last month's encounter at Old Trafford. Both have won 5 games in between times and would have actually been unbeaten but for United's setback on Sunday. It seems a long, long way away now. Leading by 3 goals to 1 and 20 minutes of the second half play. Winterburn though. Seeley spreading himself. United goalkeeper seeing more and more of the action now. Just opened up a little bit that for Winterburn after United had conceded possession. McClare. Now Mark Hughes with an opportunity. Danny Wallace to his left. Hughes may go it alone. Strong enough to see off Winterburn. Ooh, and couldn't quite squeeze it past Seaman. Wallace was waiting, but Hughes single-mindedly went on and almost got United's fourth. Arsenal committing so much to attack now. Paul Davis slipped away from him momentarily by Ince. Limpar, Thomas! He wasn't a million miles away. And not as close as Mark Hughes went just a few seconds earlier at the other end. Smith on for Perry Groves. Limpar and Thomas getting forward in support. They'll wait for the corner. Into the final quarter. Adams and Bold are forward from the back. Tony Adams header. Oh, Merson has it on. He's overlined by Smith. Now Les Seeley felt that he had that in his hands. Goal given. Set up by Adams. Scored in the end by Alan Smith. But Les Seeley is furious. He felt the ball was kicked out of his hands. And if Arsenal do get back on terms, it's a goal that will be hotly disputed. Dixon Smith's kick will cost Arsenal a throw-in. It's not as if Manchester United haven't looked like scoring in this second half. In a sense, they've been every bit as dangerous on the break. Blackmore. Davis, Thomas, Smith and Limpar arriving to his left, Thomas all alone, stealing quickly down, but they're getting through to the United goalkeeper time and time again now. Michael Thomas used the runs of those around him to make the shooting space for himself. Campbell, getting his first touch. Hughes kept it in. Ince, Phelan. McClare breaking to his right, Wallace away to his left. This is Brian McClare. Sharpe is forward too. Paul Ince. Campbell was quickly in. Ince quickly retrieving it. Donaghy won't be frightened to go back to his goalkeeper. Mark Hughes. Brian McClare. Dennis Irwin. Hughes. Rode the foul tackle, set up Irwin again, great cross, Sharpe, great goal! Just what United needed. A second goal from Lee Sharpe. 15 minutes left to play. That was so slick. Great cross again by Irwin. And Lee Sharpe makes it 4-2. Dennis Irwin has contributed to a dozen Manchester United goals this season. Not as crucial as that one. Way by Conister. Groves. Merson. Davis couldn't turn. Way back to his goalkeeper by Mike Phelan. Davis. Seeley outside of his penalty area. Dennis Irwin suggesting he shouldn't have been. The goalkeeper always has the best view of those. Hughes to Wallace. Still United going forward in search of more. Lee Sharpe, hat-trick hunting. He just won't believe this night is happening to him. The boy has become a man tonight. Lee Sharpe has grown up with a most dramatic hat-trick. Played in by Danny Wallace. Right in the corner of the net. Well, he's going to have to pinch himself to know that this is the night that he scored 3 goals en route to the quarter-finals of the Rumbelows Cup. Blackmore looking for Danny Wallace. Steve Bode looking for Danny Wallace too. He's still there. Defender did well. Merson. Oh! Good save by Sealing. Arsenal just haven't read the scoreline. Still, they keep coming forward in the hope of somehow retrieving something. Corner which Davis will take. Good header by Pallister. Adams. Cleverly done by Sharpe. Brian McClare urging men forward still. And he's got plenty of choices. Mark Hughes with McClare, Wallace and Ince waiting. Oh! Danny Wallace! 6! Easy! Unbelievably easy. Danny Wallace adds his name to an ever-lengthening list. Six of the best, handed out to Arsenal in a most dramatic manner. David Seaman at full. Phelan. Been some very good passing from Manchester United tonight. It's a memorable night for Manchester United. Through to the quarter-finals in a canter, on the back of a hat-trick from Lee Sharpe, and so much more. An inspired performance. Arsenal beaten for the first time this season, and United now, in successive rounds, have picked off the country's 2 leading lights, and done so quite spectacularly. It's been a very happy trip south for their travelling supporters, who've witnessed a Manchester United performance in keeping with the rich traditions of the club.
Indeed, and just to put it into even greater perspective, Arsenal had conceded only 1 goal in their previous 7 games, and that was a penalty, 6 tonight. So the rematch became a mismatch. An incredible night for United, collectively, individually, and be honest, unexpectedly.
Lee, 1 against Liverpool, 3 against Arsenal. What comes next?
Well, I don't think you can beat that, really. Absolutely magnificent to score here. I don't know. Can it get better?
Is that the best performance you've been a part of?
Team-wise, I think, yeah. It was always going to be a difficult game, and to get 6 here is magnificent.
What was the difference between today and Sunday?
I think we wanted to win a bit more today. It's a one-off occasion in the Cup, and we always seem to do well.
Now, you're left-footed, aren't you? 2 right-footers and a header.
Yeah, well, they all count anyway, so I just swing the right foot, and it seemed to go in the right place.
You'd only scored twice, I think, before tonight.
Yeah, that's right. 3 in 1 game. Can't believe it.
And where's the ball going?
Straight in my cabinet at home. Safe.
The performance, apart from the goals, the performance of the team right from the first whistle was excellent. Their desire to win was good, and their football was good, and they penetrated and caused problems for Arsenal throughout the game.
Alex Ferguson, and before that, Lee Sharpe. And just for the record books, that was Arsenal's heaviest defeat at home since the war, their heaviest ever defeat in the League Cup competition. So, United through to the last 8. We'll have the full draw for the quarter-finals for you near the end of the programme. Will the holders